this is Earth, huh? Wonder what all the big fuss is about. I should find Henry.
Good morning, newcomers to Earth. Today, I plan to explain to you how nonverbal and verbal communication is essential in small group dynamics. But as a refresher, the definition of small groups is three or more individuals who have a common purpose, interact with each other, influence one another, and are also interdependent. Throughout this video, I will plan to focus on how nonverbal communication functions within a small group. And my primary goal in this video is to show you how nonverbal communication is ambiguous, how you can never stop sending nonverbal messages, and when verbal and nonverbal communication clashes, most people tend to believe the nonverbal aspect.
I can't believe we have to plan my own sister's funeral. She was just like me. She was my twin. She was just the best thing part of my life. I just miss her so much. I can't believe this is happening.
Please stop.
Oh my god, no! No, I can't believe it. What the heck? I can't believe this is happening. This is too much.
Hey man, your sister's dead. Let's make this funeral lit. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Well, why don't we just think about the good memories?
It's gonna be really hard without her. I'm gonna miss her so much.
One second. Hello?
Planning a funeral and he just picks up
No,
the
I'm not
phone.
busy. Just at some super sad
It's
funeral.
like he doesn't even care.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, Henrietta. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, I'll catch you later.
You don't even seem like you want to be here.
Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Like exactly this. You don't even seem like you want to participate in getting this funeral ready.
Dude, I just want to be here just as much as you do, so I don't know where you're coming at.
First of all, I highly doubt that. And second of all, she was my sister.
And I swipe right on her.
That didn't have to do with anything. She was my sister. This is a group activity that we all need to take part in and contribute in order to get this funeral done.
Besides, why did you pick a phone call?
My mom called. Am I not supposed to pick up when my mom calls?
Well, then maybe you shouldn't even be here.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. Why are you guys fighting? You're supposed to be in a small group together.
Well, sometimes in small group dynamics, nonverbal communication can sometimes speak louder than verbal communication. In this example specifically, Danny doesn't really seem like, because of his body posture and the way he's acting, it doesn't really seem like he wants to take part and participate with us in completing and finishing off this funeral. So sometimes when nonverbals and verbals clash, people do tend to believe the nonverbals over the verbals.
So you're saying that if he changed his nonverbals, you guys wouldn't be fighting right now?
Oh yeah, for sure. If Danny looked like he was putting forth the effort and the energy, I do believe we would be able to be a lot more productive.
Okay, that's good to know.
Sorry about your sister.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
So do you know what you want to do about the funeral and everything?
no, I don't think so, not yet.
Hey, you guys didn't fight that time.
We sure didn't. It was really important that Danny used the correct nonverbal cues fitting this example.
I see. So because he acted more appropriately, like, you guys didn't get upset at him?
No, things definitely went a lot smoother because of Danny's proper use of nonverbal communication.
I see.
Yeah, dude, it's honestly it's super helpful that Jessica's basically doing everything planning this funeral.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
shoot, all I've done is just taken care of, picked out the flowers maybe.
And I picked out the people.
Yeah, shoot, we got everything that we need. She did all of it. It was pretty great of her.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining because I don't have to do anything, but
Where is she at?
probably planning more stuff, honestly. She's been doing it all day. Pretty great. We haven't really done a lot. She's been handling the whole thing.
Oh, speak of the devil, hey!
Hi.
Yep, off plan.
Yeah, good stuff, good stuff.
How's it going over there?
Oh, it's just going great. I love doing everything by myself.
Knew it.
Heck yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've already taken care of the flowers, and Danny took care of the invites.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Been getting it done over here.
It's like they didn't even know she was dead.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty great.
Solid. This one looks good.
Actually, based off Jessica's body language and her nonverbals, it's easy to tell that she's really not pleased with the job that Danny and I have done, even though verbally she is saying, "Oh, good job."
How did you know that?
Based off her body language and her posture and the nonverbal cues that she was giving to Danny and I.
So, you can tell how she's feeling even though she didn't say how she was feeling.
Oh yeah, really, you can never really stop sending nonverbal cues to people, even if you're talking or not. People are always going to be able to read those nonverbal communication cues.
I see.
Where's she at?
I don't know. She might be out planning more of the funeral plans. Taking care of that.
Oh, speak of the devil. Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
Just great.
Really?
Is everything alright?
Yeah, I'm completely fine.
By your body language, you don't really seem like you're doing that, like doing okay.
Well, I am planning this entire funeral.
That's true. Neither of us have really done much. That's a good point. I mean, I've only ever taken care of the flowers, and he took care of the invites. You've done everything else, so.
Yeah. Well, it is a lot for me, and I could really use some help.
For sure. Definitely get on that.
Contribute more.
Yeah.
Why was it so much better that time?
Well, Jessica communicated with us that she had an issue with the lack of work that Danny and I were doing in this video. It's really important to communicate with the group members if you believe there's an issue, because it may impede your group's work ethic and the ability to get the task done.
I see. So it's important to let your group members know if you have any issues.
For sure. And the way we noticed that she had an issue with us was through her body posture and her body language. And it's always important to remember that you can never stop sending nonverbal messages. So even if you want to hold something in, people will notice that you may have a problem.
So I think this funeral plan is going pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you laughing? That's your sister.
Laughing? He's obviously crying. He's so distraught.
No. Look, he's laughing. Why are you doing that? Oh my god, that's so rude.
How could you say he's laughing? Look, he's looking at a picture of his sister.
I can't believe it. Freeze.
So the explanation behind this scene is that nonverbal communication is actually ambiguous, meaning that many people interpret nonverbal communication differently. For example, when I was crying because of my sister's death when planning the funeral, Jessica thought I was laughing, but Danny saw that I was crying and was trying to back me up. But they both interpreted my nonverbal communication differently.
I see. So people can't always tell what you're trying to convey through nonverbal communication.
No, it completely depends on their background, how they view things, but nonverbal communication is ambiguous and many people interpret it differently from one another.
Oh, okay. You want to try it again?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
So good.
We got some nice flowers too.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, are you laughing?
What? No.
He's definitely crying right now. I mean,
Ooh,
his sister's dead.
sorry, it sounded like he was laughing.
No, I'm not laughing. I'm so distraught. I don't know what to do with the rest of my life. She was my best friend.
It went a lot better that time.
It really did. When considering that nonverbal cues are ambiguous and everybody interprets them differently, it was a very responsible choice on Jessica's part to ask what emotion I was conveying.
Yeah, it seemed like it helped a lot that she asked before she just assumed how you were feeling.
It really does. Making assumptions, especially in a small group workforce, can possibly cause drama and other problems that could get in the way of a small group completing their task. So tell me, what do you think you learned today?
So, I learned that when nonverbals and verbals clash, people generally tend to believe the nonverbals. I also learned that you cannot not communicate, and that nonverbals are ambiguous.
For sure, it's definitely a very important. These are definitely 3 very important aspects to remember when working in a group project, if it's on Earth or from somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll be using these a lot when I come back to Earth and have to work in some small groups.
I'm glad. Thanks for watching our video. Hope you enjoyed.